Hi everyone, my name is Emily Luxton and I'm a travel blogger from Weymouth in Dorset. I've been working with the Arts Development Company to create some guides around how brands like museums and art galleries can work with digital influencers. We recently did a talk at Poole Museum, followed by a Museum Hour Twitter chat, and these are kind of some of the questions and answers that came up during those two events. So the main difference between bloggers and digital influencers with the traditional press is that everything's going to be online, and bloggers tend to post across all social media platforms, so you're getting kind of a whole package, whereas a traditional print media might just be a sort of feature within a newspaper article. So what's really great about working with a blogger is that they can tap into an audience who's very specifically interested in one thing. So for example, if you are working with a travel blogger, their audience is completely interested in travel and engaged with finding out about new travel opportunities and different things to do in certain areas, whereas if you pop an ad in a newspaper or have a newspaper feature, only a very small portion of that audience are going to be interested in your brand and in your business. So working with a blogger can be a really great way to reach a very tailored, specific audience, and also because they'll be posting across social media, you get a really kind of engaged live posting. So you get coverage that's happening in the moment, you get tweets and Instagram posts and Instagram stories, and all of those are really effective at reaching new audiences and bringing in kind of short-term campaigns, especially if you've got an exhibit on and you want to reach people, you know, right here and now. And then to supplement that, you also have the blog posts, which will have longevity and stay on a blog kind of long term. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds with an influencer, whereas with traditional print, you might reach a much larger audience, but it will only be for that, you know, that one newspaper. You won't have the long-lasting post, and you won't have the wide reach across all of social media. I think one of the most important things about working with influencers is to know who to engage and which bloggers to work with. So obviously it's very easy to look at an influencer with a huge number of followers and think that that's the best person to work with, but followers can be bought and they can be faked, and the really important thing to look at is engagement, by which I mean how many people are interacting with the influencer's content, how many people are liking and commenting, that kind of thing. For a museum, it would be better to work with an influencer who has just 1,000 followers that are really engaged, as opposed to one who has 10 or 100,000 followers that aren't particularly engaged or perhaps aren't interested in museums. That leads me on to another really important point. Many bloggers, especially travel bloggers, but all bloggers will have, they'll identify with a specific niche. So for example, you might have a family travel blogger posting about travel with young children, or a budget backpacking blogger posting about solo travel in their early 20s. And both of those are going to have a really different audience, and not all of those audiences are going to be the right fit for your business. So what you really want to think about is, you know, what kind of audience you're looking to reach, and then find a blogger that matches up with that. So there are loads of ways to find influencers, but a really good place to start is the internet. You could just do a quick Google search for bloggers in your niche with, you know, within a certain area. So for example, art history bloggers in England or family bloggers in London, and that should throw up plenty of results. Likewise, you could just do the same kind of search on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. But alternatively, there are PR companies who will help brands connect with bloggers, and there are websites like Upfluence and Considerable Influence and several others that they're basically a searchable kind of database for finding influencers. And also there's the Trips 100 list, which is specifically for travel bloggers, which ranks the top 100 travel bloggers in the UK every month, so that's another great place to find local influencers to work with. The best approach is to get in touch directly, preferably by email or directly on social media, and it really helps to be personal and show that you've done your research and just explain why you think your brand is a great fit for that blogger and why you'd be a good fit to work together. So those are some of my top tips for working with influencers and bloggers, as well as some of the questions and answers that came up during the talk at Poole Museum. I hope you found it helpful, and thanks for watching.